Have you ever noticed that the people who seem the calmest in the room are often the most powerful? While everyone else is busy reacting, arguing, and defending themselves, they are watching, listening, calculating. And here's the dangerous truth most people never realize until it's too late. The world does not reward the most honest person. It does not always reward the hardest worker. Sometimes the person who wins is simply the one who understands human nature better than everyone else. Imagine spending years building trust with someone only to discover they were using you. Imagine working harder than everyone around you only to watch someone less qualified take the opportunity that should have been yours. Most people become bitter after experiences like these, but a small number of people become something else. They become strategically intelligent. And once you understand what they know, people will never be able to manipulate, pressure, or control you the same way again. Stay with me until the end, because the final lesson may completely change the way you approach success, relationships, and power. Before we begin, comment below. I choose to be strategically intelligent, not emotionally reactive. Let's begin. The first secret is understanding the power of selective silence. Most people reveal far too much. They explain their plans, justify their decisions, and expose their weaknesses without even realizing it. But highly effective people understand that information is power. The more people know about your intentions, the easier it becomes for them to interfere with them. This doesn't mean lying. It means learning the difference between being honest and being predictable. Think about the most influential people you've ever met. They rarely tell you everything. They reveal only what serves a purpose. They understand that mystery creates attention and attention creates influence. When people cannot completely figure you out, they pay closer attention to you. And attention is one of the most valuable forms of power. The second lesson is adaptability. Many people think strength means being exactly the same with everyone, but that's not intelligence. That's rigidity. The smartest people understand how to communicate with different personalities. They know that every person sees the world through a different lens. Some people respond to facts, others respond to emotions. Some care about security, others care about freedom and opportunity. If you speak the same way to everyone, you'll connect with only a few. But if you learn how to adapt your communication while staying true to your values, you become someone who can influence almost anyone. Think of water. It changes shape depending on the container, but it never stops being water. That's real flexibility. The third lesson is emotional detachment. Most people are controlled by what they fear losing. A relationship, a job, approval, status. The moment you become desperate to keep something, that thing gains power over you. But when you're willing to walk away from what doesn't serve you, your confidence changes. Your decisions become clearer. Your emotions become calmer. And your ability to negotiate improves dramatically. This doesn't mean becoming cold, it means becoming free. Free from the fear that keeps most people trapped. The fourth lesson is silent influence. Most people think power is loud. They think power means dominating conversations and demanding attention. Real power works differently. Real power often says very little. The strongest people are not always the loudest people. They become valuable, they become reliable, they become impossible to replace. Instead of forcing respect, they earn it. Instead of demanding loyalty, they inspire it. And over time, people begin seeking their advice, their approval, and their leadership without ever being asked. That's influence in its purest form. The fifth lesson is understanding people better than they understand themselves. Most people listen only long enough to reply. Very few listen to understand. Every person you meet carries hidden fears, private dreams, and silent insecurities. When you learn to recognize those things, your ability to connect with people changes completely. People trust those who make them feel understood. People follow those who make them feel seen. And the fastest way to become influential is not by talking more, it's by understanding more. The sixth lesson is learning to think beyond appearances. Life is rarely black and white. The choices that look good on the surface are not always the choices that produce the best results. Sometimes leadership requires difficult decisions. Sometimes growth requires uncomfortable truths. And sometimes protecting something important means making choices that others don't immediately understand. Intelligent people focus on outcomes rather than appearances. They ask, what creates the best long-term result? Not, What makes me look good right now? The seventh lesson is protecting your personal narrative. We live in a world where people share everything, every opinion, every emotion, every detail of their lives. But smart people understand that not everyone deserves unlimited access to them. They choose carefully what they reveal and when they reveal it, because once information leaves your control, it can never truly be taken back. Privacy is not weakness. Privacy is protection. And in a world obsessed with exposure, strategic privacy becomes a competitive advantage. Finally, we arrive at the most powerful lesson of all. Results matter more than appearances. Many people spend their lives trying to look successful. Few spend their lives becoming successful. They want to win arguments. They want validation. They want everyone to agree with them. But high performers focus on one thing: results. Before every decision, they ask themselves a simple question: will this move me closer to my goal? If the answer is yes, they move forward. If the answer is no, they move on. No wasted energy, no unnecessary drama, no distractions, just progress. And that's why they often achieve more in a year than others achieve in a decade. Now think carefully. Which of these lessons do you need most right now? Is it silence, adaptability, detachment, influence, understanding people, strategic thinking, privacy, or relentless focus on results? Choose one. Practice it for the next 7 days. Because knowledge alone changes nothing. Applied knowledge changes everything. If this video opened your eyes, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. And tell me in the comments, which lesson hit you the hardest? Remember, the goal is not to control others. The goal is to become impossible for others to control. Stay sharp, stay disciplined, and I'll see you in the next video.